Welcome back to We Play Games. I'm Walker, and here we are resuming our Prince of Sacramento campaign. So we're playing as California. In this case, in the Crusader Kings 2 version, it's the Yudko dynasty, but it's the Talenque and the CK3, and they function basically the same way. The empire begins fractured and weak, and we only had control of Sacramento, and the ruler of the valley, King Pollock of the Valley, was an enemy of ours, and we managed to actually convince his brother, his spy master, to help us murder him. And then Elton IV, Galen's father, was able to shake off decades of weakness and reassert imperial authority over much of California, but there are a couple of kingdoms that remain independent, and that's going to be what Galen the Bastard's reign is hopefully going to resolve. We have an independent kingdom here in Gran Francisco and an independent kingdom in Baja, and right now we are actually leading a war, a holy war against Baja Sur, which has declared independence. Excellent, and just like that, we've won our holy war down here, and therefore we've usurped control of Baja Sur. But that gives us a really big advantage. Excellent. Now with Baja Sur under our control, we have a much bigger domain, which means that we'll be able to project power a lot better. Alright, so we're at peace, so now we can take the Imperial exam. Ah, excellent. Emperor Galen was able to pass the exam and is gained a rank as a Valley Quail, so he's done very well in the bureaucratic test. You always have these little bureaucratic tests that you have to... Now we're just trying to hope that we can keep this character, Imam Yunus, happy long enough that we can secure our control here. Wow, it appears as though Baja is just going to be absorbed from north and south. There's just not going to be anything left. Baja is just collapsing down here. It looks like they're going to end up... Yeah, they are going to have to pay tribute to Altair. Oh my god, and the anarchy gets even worse down here. The king of Baja was assassinated. Oh, but now we have a princess who is our niece. Oh, somebody is trying to convert to the Cetic faith. Excellent. We will absolutely assist you in converting. Now we're just trying to destabilize Baja enough that we can install our new daughter-in-law as the new ruler. It would appear as though our effort to just let our vassals govern themselves up north is not working. They have... Now there's a pretty big peasant revolt going on. So we are going to mobilize the army to go help. This should be a big enough army to put down these peasants. Yeah, because they're mostly archers and light infantry. There we go. All we need is to assassinate King Vermundo before... Infante King Tino reaches his majority. It's not forever, but it's long enough. Oh yes, there we go. Now we can declare war and claim Baja. It may not even be necessary to call out the Royal Guard for this. We're fighting against an incredibly weak Baja right now. They've had a lot of wars against Altar, having a lot of issues also coming down from SoCal. Oh my god, Baja is going to be hilariously underpowered when we finally install our claimant down here. It's going to be effectively a duke because of how powerful Southern California has gotten. Well, alright, there we go. What little remains of Baja is now in the hands of our chosen subject, Hildelphans of Baja, and we've completed the conquest of another bureaucratic kingdom. Yeah, we can start a war for Josephine, which is going to help our vassal gain control up here, but that's all we need. That's the only county left for us to have full control over Jefferson. So now we get to see, does anybody come out to help these guys? Oh, alright. The Mormons have finally put together the military resources they think to attack California and conquer Southern California. So we're fighting off the Mormon expedition for SoCal now. Let's see how many come to attack us. We are finishing this war up here in Josephine. We have 11,000 troops available to us. We should be able to defeat this invasion of Mormons unless they have way more troops that I don't know about. Alright, forces of Mormonism, where are you? Alright, there they are. The Quorum of the 12. I mean, that's not a lot of troops there, Mormonism. it would appear as though the forces of Mormonism really just aren't all they're chalked up to be, and we were able to weather this holy war very easily, because the Mormons really just never got the troops together, unfortunately, to be a real threat. Fine, you know what? We can speed this up by just going out to Zion and just fast sieging it down. Let's do it. If they're going to attack us and not have the resources to end the war, then we will end it ourselves. Enforce demands. Galen Ludko is now known as the Lionheart. Ooh, are we going to get shrewd and quick? Man, Randy is going to be an incredibly good leader. Education, focus on intrigue. Okay, well, you know, he's going to be a dangerous emperor when he finally takes control. Maybe we can come up with a way to modify our laws to allow him to succeed. We could try succession via elective. We've taken control over almost all of the Cetic territory except for Gran Francisco, but we might be able to do it here if we invite Prince Tim the Accursed back. Well, 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 it's Tim the Accursed. Yeah, you know what? Let's go ahead and claim Gran Francisco. I think we can. I think with Tim here, we're gonna do the switcheroo yet again. So here we installed Tim once before, and then after a long time he was pushed out, and Tom the Lawgiver was brought back. Tom the Lawgiver, of course, is a much more effective ruler than Tim the Accursed, but we're not looking for an effective ruler. We're looking for an ineffective ruler who's going to be loyal to us, which is exactly what he represents. And so Galen has yet again called the banners. Wow, this is just a moment of supreme anarchy down here in Gran Francisco. Uh-oh. There is a plague breaking out here. It's a good thing that we've built a sick house. There we go. Enforce demands. Excellent. And just in time for us to demobilize all of our troops while a plague begins to spread throughout Gran Francisco. But we've done it. We've taken control of almost all of the old empire except for this territory right out here. Death Valley. So we do need to come up with a solution. We do need to come up with a solution to Death Valley, but the solution might be to just let our... Yes! We lost the trait Figurehead Emperor. Just like that, Galen the Lionheart has built upon the construction of his father, Elton IV, and has finally shaken free. And there it is. We got late feudal administration on the books. So now we can change it into primogeniture. But kind of what we want is closer to ultimogeniture, because we actually want Randy or Corey to succeed, because these are the two boys who inherited quick. Randy is going to be the really perfect one, shrewd and quick. We'll build up the soup kitchen, and then I guess we're going to build hospitals near us to try to help. Ah, and Randy has become ambitious as well. All right. Randy of California is clearly the character who, diligent? Yeah, this is the character who's gonna definitely finish up the Yudko restoration here. So we'll do 3 generations, but we gotta figure out a way to get Randy to be our heir. So I think our best bet is probably just gonna be switching into elective monarchy, which sounds dangerous, but I think that Randy is going to end up being so unbelievably useful. Oh, I know how we can do it. If we can just make it so that Corey is our second youngest, we can send Corey as a monk to Brazil, and then switch into ultimogeniture, and then Prince Randy will be our heir. Excellent. Prince Randy of California. Deceitful, diligent, ambitious, way of the cowl, shrewd, quick, intricate web weaver. Boy, we really need this disease to end out here. Slow fever is a dangerous one. All right, we made it past the disease. Thank goodness. We were starting to run low on food. Unfortunately, Celestial Emperor Galen did lose a leg in the plague, and it has become infected. And so we'll see if Galen can make it long enough to be able to ensure that his chosen hated rival Prince Randy succeeds him, because all we need is to pass ultimogeniture and then send him as a monk to Brazil. Galen now sitting in control of almost the entirety of the old Empire of California, is trying to set himself up with his favorite son can succeed him. Air quotes around favorite, because he and Randy simply do not like each other. But this son, Prince Randy, he looks like he's going to be a lot of fun to play, so I'm really looking forward to trying to maneuver him in for our final episode of the Prince of Sacramento campaign. I think if we can make that happen, then his goal is going to be to bring Cascadia under control, because then if we can do that, we can incorporate the Gaian faith, and that feels like it would be a fun capstone. These ungrateful peasants just keep rebelling over and over again. Unbelievable, you guys. That is something you have to put up with an awful lot of, as California is just peasant rebellions everywhere. Hypothetically, your governors are going to be capable enough to keep these folks at bay, but sometimes your kings are not strong enough to put down the peasant rebellions on their own, and you have to deploy the royal troops. Ooh, alright, so we got Prince Corey. Oh no, but now Brazil has become isolationist, so our goal of sending Corey to Brazil has disappeared. Alright, there it is. We've gotten close enough. Galen is gonna say that his succession is going to be open to elective. We're gonna just accept whatever we get. I'm hoping that we can make Prince Randy our chosen successor, but we will find out. And we are gonna arrange actually a marriage. Ah, good. We have a new heir. Prince Randy has, I don't know if Galen's gonna live long enough to actually successfully forge a bloodline, but he's gonna try. I think that's gonna be left up to Randy to complete, though. Oh yes, we are up to strong Celestial Emperor. Ooh, strange ships, you say? Well, fine. People will gain access to our harbors if they so desire, but they will pay extra tariffs. Good, we built our bureaucratic offices. Oh man, we're just gonna keep getting hammered from the coast. Yeah, we want to build up some hospitals out here, actually. I just don't want to keep dealing with plagues coming in. Oh my god, consumption is just sweeping through California. Disease was something that was really terrifying in this time frame, of course, because disease was not really something that was well understood. My son is trying to murder me? Why, Randy? We're friends. The mechanisms for disease were not really particularly well understood in the time frame for Crusader Kings 2 after the end, at least probably. It's here. Disease is outside the walls of Sacramento once more. And so now we're gonna put up our gates and hope that we can just wait it out. We're just gonna keep getting battered by waves of disease. And that's one of those things that when you get battered by waves of disease, it really can destabilize your realm. And it sure feels like that in CK2, because wow, the penalties for fighting in disease areas are really bad. You have lots of problems. Oh my god, it's spreading. Epidemics are just consuming the end of Galen's reign here. Galen the Lionhearted is definitely under siege, though not by the sorts of enemies that he was fighting at the beginning of his reign. Are we gonna have to put down these rebellions all on our own? Is Max not strong enough to do it? No, he is. I don't want to engage with people down here in this massive plague zone. We're gonna lose Brave. Galen, he has seen enough of this disease. Oh no, Bella died. My wife. Peasant rebellions and plagues. That is the true fate of a Californian emperor. Uh-oh, we lost our position as a strong emperor. Alright, but we did get Forge Bloodline. Ah, alright, so the plague finally has finished spreading through Sacramento. And Galen is 76 years old, but he is still kicking. Unfortunately, this plague and these waves of peasant uprisings have shaken the realm that Galen built. And now, unfortunately, we did lose the strong Emperor modifier. Alright, there we go. And now the succession is passed to Celestial Emperor Randy. So the question becomes, can Randy succeed and put back together the realm that his father built? Because right now it looks like it's getting devoured by peasant uprisings. So it's going to be a tough battle for Randy and his new wife. Oh no, who is dying of consumption? Oh no! But if she does end up dying, then I guess we'll just marry a Brazilian princess if Brazil gets conquered by the Amazon. I don't know. We'll find out. We'll see what the final reign for the Yudko dynasty here in Crusader Kings 2 after the end plays out for us. So yeah, that was the reign of Emperor Galen, formerly known as the Bastard. He really rose up. He rose up a lot while he was the emperor. He became a really well-respected scholar, and everybody ended up looking past his bastardy. And now we have the Emperor Randy set up to succeed. Randy looks like he's going to be kind of a worse version of Galen, and worse could mean more evil. We haven't had a character join the Bohemian Club yet, but we would need to be a sinner first. That might be a way we go with Emperor Randy here, or maybe Emperor Randy, begins his reign as kind of a jerk, a deceitful, paranoid craven, and maybe his position as a ruler here as the Celestial Emperor means we go in and we defeat fear. That might be fun. And then becoming a paragon of enlightenment, that would be pretty cool. But, if Randy is going to do any of that, he's going to need to come up with a system to stabilize this realm that he's inherited. Because right now, the Imperial Army really only exists to do one thing, which is govern revolt risk. That is not sustainable long term. We are going to need to come up with a better solution here. But that'll be for the third and final episode of the Prince of Sacramento campaign that we have here on We Play Games. All right, take care.